It's an awesome angle.
This is great. Here.
All right.
Well, we're just finishing up milking.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's good
fun.
date night.
Yeah.
We get to do it a couple of times a week together.
That's right.
So it's nice.
This was a big week. We got a third home under contract
Yeah.
this week.
Congrats.
This is, the market is heating up. So what we said on that last podcast episode is true.
Yeah, exactly. We said that now is the best time. So if you're an investor, if you're looking to purchase now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, actually, we had a couple of people reach out to us and say, we are changing our flights. We were supposed to come out 3 weeks later.
That's right.
But we're coming on Monday.
I was like, wow, talk about taking action, talk about initiative. That's what I'm talking about, because they had first said, Tim, we're getting so discouraged, like the ones that we want, they're already going pending, and that's because they were planning to come out 3 weeks from now. And they said, Tim, you need to make an offer for us. I'm like, yes, I can do that, but I want you to come out here. You have to recon the area. You can't just buy property blindly. And so, lo and behold, they just said, all right, Tim, we're going to be out here on Monday. I'm like, wow.
Okay, so that's a client who just is from California. That's one.
They're totally motivated. They've been following us, and they said, you know what, enough is enough. They put their house on the market last week. They're doing it.
They just got a cash offer. She called me and told me they just received a cash offer.
Yeah.
So they are first thing smoking, flying over here on Monday, and going to be doing a tour with you for a couple of days next week. Actually, no, all next week.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just a couple of days. She's here all next week, but did not give you enough heads up.
No,
so,
he did
by
not.
the way, if you are looking to book time with Tim, please give him some heads up.
But you don't need to devote a whole week to looking at homes. I mean, even this last family that just came out of SoCal, they sold their home, came out here, and it was the second home we saw. That was the one.
Right, and they had just moved out here with grandma, grandpa, children.
That's right.
And brought the whole gang.
And then they wanted the first thing they said is that they wanted to put a zip line in.
Well, no, that was also, you didn't tell me about that until our third one that we just got into contract today.
They wanted to put a zip line in as well. I'm like,
what's up with zip lines this week?
Yeah.
3 zip lines are going into homes in East Tennessee.
I thought zip lines was like an adventure thing, like in Gatlinburg or when you go on vacation. But hey, why not put it in your home?
Yeah.
You know, why not make
some fun? Like,
yeah,
the world is doing what the world is doing.
Yeah.
So
might as well have fun if you got land.
Might as well have fun.
Yep.
And the only way to put in your zip line and have some fun is get some land, to get a home, get a land, and fly over your garden.
I like that. I want more acreage, not for cattle, but for my zip line.
You gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So beautiful.
You know, I gotta do a video. I want to go ride on everyone's zip line too. You know, you gotta
That'll
do that.
be like homesteading realtor.
Yeah, I gotta go
zip line style.
You gotta go test it out. You know, it's not the house. Yeah, that's part of the housewarming party. You know, I just want to go test out your zip line.
It's been a busy week for you.
It has been, yeah.
Yeah.
A busy week for you as well, getting those loans done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We did VA, did USDA, and conventional.
Right. It's been a fun, busy week. Thank goodness I'm able to work after hours, because most of my account executives and clients are in California.
That's right.
So when I'm working at 8, it's still 5, and it's perfect for them. Because they're just getting off of work too, and have some time to chat. Yeah. And it's fun because that's when I have some extra time and actually like to crunch numbers. I do have a lot of fun being creative with numbers, running scenarios, and making sure that all your deals close.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a wild ride, but it's well worth it, and so glad we're helping them achieve their dreams of escaping where they're escaping.
Yeah.
And getting their homestead.
Where's everyone coming from? We've got 2 from California.
That's right.
Actually, we have that third one from California, and then we have one from Maryland.
That's right.
Coming. And I love what we're doing here in our little town, because whenever there's a property that's going up for sale, and this one actually has been sitting for a couple months.
That's right.
Because we've been kind of thinking, like, should we just buy it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's come to a point where it's like, you know, it's more important instead of land grabbing, but to grab the people that we actually want to do life with and who we really feel would be a great fit for our community. And so I reached out to one of my best friends who she said, when you tell me when it's time to go, I'll go.
That's right.
And I literally, the other day, early morning, the children went out with you in their ATV. They drove over to the property.
They did.
And they did their own virtual tours. I got fired from doing a virtual tour because she said I was too shaky.
That's right.
So I handed it over to the little one, and she apparently had very steady hands.
That's very good. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, and then we just got into contract today. So we're really excited about that because it just gives me hope. Like, we weren't sure if we were, solid and where we're going to stay and where we're going to be. But with her moving out here, we also selected our next door neighbors too.
Yeah, we did.
And we know them and their family so well. We love their family. And the rest of their family actually lives at the end of the street.
That's right.
So, if anything comes smoking, we're just going to start cutting down some trees and block the road that we're at and have our little place.
Well, I'm also really excited because I've been having some awesome listings that have come on the market.
Yes.
And I even have a new one that's coming on in a couple of weeks. And I'm really excited because they built this home from scratch. And he has a security mindset because he's an ex-Navy EOD guy, who's explosive ordnance device guy. So I did IEDs when I was in the Army. I looked for IEDs, which are improvised explosive devices. Then
when you were in Iraq?
When I was in Iraq, right, looking for these basically roadside bombs and trying to keep the roads safe for the infantry guys. And his job was to dismantle the bombs, and as part of the EOD team. And then he got so good at it, he was actually teaching it. So it was awesome to walk the property and just listen to the thought behind why he built the home the way that he did, and all the different OPs or observation points that he had set up, and just the materials he used to build the home. Like, it is literally bulletproof, aside from 50 cal. And there's even this really cool room that I think is going to sell the home, is that it looks like a library and then the bookshelves open up. It's awesome.
A 50 cal? Like the 50 cal that I shot, will that go through
it? The Barrett
really?
50 cal would go through it, but a normal,
It would go through it?
It should go through it, yeah. That would go through it, but a normal rounds would
I'm just
not.
saying that because now we need to get a 50 cal.
And apparently you can get that. I didn't know that.
Why couldn't I? I shot out of one in Florida and I had such a good time. I'll have to share that video if I haven't already.
That's pretty scary, yeah.
What's scary?
Okay, so this property has water, it's got a little creek, and it's amazing. It's got so many resources. I can't wait to put it up. I'm going to do a separate video on it and give everyone a grand tour of it, but it's
cool. Well, I mean, what's interesting is when we have sellers that, residential real estate, you also have residential real estate sellers that reach out to you.
Yeah.
But you have some very specific clients that are not just homesteaders. I'd say they're more of the prepper mindset, where they really have built-in contingency, redundancy into their property, and not just one time, two times. I mean, this client of yours is a Navy SEAL, ex-Navy SEAL. So it's really fascinating to see, and we will have a separate video. We have a good friend of ours who's going to be helping you with that.
Yeah.
So that a couple of friends actually that's going to be helping you with that, and that's going to be really special because it's.
I can't wait, and I want to make a minor correction. He wasn't an ex-Navy SEAL, but he worked alongside the SEALs, and he was EOD, so they went through even more training and a lot more quick calculations and making sure that they can do explosives. Pretty cool. But like what you just said, 3 ways to heat this home. Your traditional HVAC, and then you have a wood broiler system outside just in case the electricity goes down, and then there's also a radiant heating within the floors using water, hot water. So I mean, just that alone, it's just amazing, the thought behind it and the way where you can squirrel things away and a lot of storage. It's just amazing. He even showed that, I'm just going to show this really quick. There are 2 ways that you can detect a vehicle coming in, and he used the anti-IED technology, and along with cameras so that you're spotted 5 or 6 times before you even approach the front door. So I mean, anyways, all that stuff may be a little bit overkill, but I truly appreciate it, and I get these opportunities because the trust within the network, within like the veteran network, but not just the veterans, but in the special ops world, and me being a West Pointer, and just gaining the trust and understanding not only the military side of things, but the prepper side, the homestead side, and just appreciating, those who want to live off grid. This home is going to be perfect for that right buyer looking for these things.
Yeah, it's great because it costs a lot of money now to build, and to have those redundancy things in place right now, this is probably the smartest home.
Yeah, this is
the smart home.
Right, this is
to
the
buy,
smart home, right.
And you and I have contemplated, but we're starting to get really settled into where we're at.
Yeah.
And but yeah, this is great. It's great community too,
Right.
and like I said, all of the listings that you have great neighbors, and that's something that when you are looking on Zillow or Realtor.com, it's impossible to see.
That's right.
Because you don't know. It's impossible to evaluate. But we know these sellers, and we know these sellers well. They have done what we've done 10, 15 years ago when they knew more than we did, and they have selected their neighbors too. So that's just incredible.
Yeah, and just like what you mentioned, we are hunkering down, and a lot of people, based on the news and what's going on and everything, it is time to hunker down, grow your food. But if you're in that position where you can't grow your own food, that's why I have these listings where it's literally move-in ready for homesteading.
Plug and play.
Plug and play. Come on in, start growing your food, because if you had to start from scratch and do all the infrastructure and fencing and get the soil amended, these homesteads have been growing food organically, like non-GMO, like no spray, and they've already have fruit trees. A lot of them have mature fruit trees in place. So where else can you get that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We're coming to our destination. We just wanted to pop in after date night and have a talk. We were talking anyway while we were milking, and
so why not?
Just thought, we should give everybody an update because there's a lot of activity this week. Watch out.
It's a new venue. We're not at our kitchen table, and maybe we'll do more of these car chats.
It's just hard. It's a busy time and a busy season. I'm sure all of you understand, and you're feeling it too. And so it's hard for us to actually sit down and create content, but we're sitting down and we are creating content.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.